What is up, everybody? It is a beautiful sunny day in the backyard, and I just thought that I would take some time to fill you in on what I'm thinking about over this next year. I'm kind of in the middle of a 14-day quarantine at home with the family, which has had its pros and its cons. Normally I'm at work pretty regular this time of year. I mean, we have track meets every single weekend, and typically I'm in the office or doing something like that at least 40 hours a week. So I literally am doing almost nothing right now, and that's fine, but it's given me a lot of time to think. And for those of you that are concerned, I keep getting tested. I keep testing negative for COVID. My wife tested positive, but I have not tested positive. So been thinking a lot about, the channel and why I'm making videos, what the videos are about, and what I'm going to do. And I was having a conversation last night with one of my kids named Harris, and we were talking about the branding. And in reality, I think the whole channel comes down to it's just me doing projects, talking about how to win at life, that kind of stuff. So that's what it is. And I'm sitting back here right now underneath this pergola that I built, sitting on some furniture that I built. I've got the camera out on our coffee table that I built next to a table that I built. The theme is this: I just like to do stuff with my hands. It's not a how-to channel. This is more like I am allowing you the opportunity to follow along as I work on some projects. So now that we talk about projects, let's explore that a little bit. Like one of my main projects is the lawn. And it's not because I'm passionate about grass. It's not because there's anything special about grass. But I think the biggest thing is this. Almost all of us have a lawn. Almost all of us struggle with that lawn. Almost all of us don't understand the inputs. And that's what really I've been exploring. And it's not because I want to be super smart about the lawn. It's just because I like to learn how things work. Ever since I was a kid, I have torn things apart, broken them down to understand how they work. Not really necessarily always to fix them, but just to explore the inner workings. So electronics, all that kind of stuff. I've always disassembled those kind of things. And as I'm getting older now, I have a larger interest in how engines and that stuff work. But getting back to the lawn, I try to grow the most finicky grass that you can try to grow in my location, which is the Southeast. And I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, which means we have really hot summers and cool season grasses like tall turf type fescue, which I have, doesn't like to grow. So that's number one. That's one of my projects. And that'll always be a project because it is not a set it and forget it grass. If I wanted one of those, it would definitely be a warm season grass like Bermuda or Zoysia or Centipede. But to me, a set it and forget it, that's boring. Last summer I put back together the grill. All I needed was a new barrel, so I got a new one of those. Let's take a look at that over here. Tore that apart, got it back together, and as you can see, I'm adding a video here in the next couple of days on cooking a picnic ham on there. So that was one of the things that I did this summer. The other thing that I did recently, about a year ago, was this furniture I'm sitting on right now and the pergola. Okay, so that was another project I did. So what am I thinking about this summer? I'm thinking about building a shed. Thinking about building a shed over here in this corner. I have really debated about, do I build it so that, it's like a she shed where someone who comes and stays with us could stay out there. But then I also struggled with running plumbing to it. The electrical I can do. That I'm not worried about. You just run some conduit over there. Not even conduit, just bury whatever I need to and wire that up. And I may yet do that. I may just put in some electrical over there so that I could put like air conditioning in it or something. I don't know. But so I looked up the specs, and in Charlotte, as long as it is 1 inch under 12 foot by 12 foot, you're good to go. that means that I do not need a permit to build that. So that would be super easy, just pour some footings. Where I'm thinking about putting that is over here in this corner. Up there in that corner, that would give me a spot to throw that down. I could also take all of the stuff that I've got in the garage that's sort of in that vein, put all that back here in this corner. So that's what I'm thinking about. That may be my next project. Pretty cheaply, I think I could throw that up there. I'm thinking about maybe spending $800, $900 to do that, but I think that's my next project. One of my other projects, I don't know if I showed you this. This decorative cover, okay, for our fire pit. This is a bunch of cedar that I milled. We had just laying around kind of in the woods nearby. And so I'm gonna show you guys this. Here's our fire pit. My son loves to throw things in it, so I built this. Just a decorative piece that fits in there. So these are also cedar stumps that I got nearby, and I just put some, put a top on top of those. But anyway, just wanted to share some thoughts. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Obviously, my videos revolve around a couple different things, being successful at life, some projects that I do around the house, I think the lawn, and then maybe some coaching things. So I'm gonna post a couple different videos on those different subjects, and I hope you guys will continue to follow along and enjoy it. If you've got suggestions for videos, put them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Have a great day.